Hey guys, we are here on the campus of the University of Utah at Pioneer Theater to see Sweeney Todd. I love this show, I'm not gonna lie, I've seen it 3 times now. We just saw it off Broadway earlier this year. Check that vlog out. Anyways, this is actually a great time to see this show. It's, you know, around Halloween's next week, and it's kind of a spooky, dark show, and that's what I love about it.
It's very dark.
It is dark, but you know, that's what I like about it. I kind of like stories that have a lot of different layers that are dark and twisty, and that's what this show has. You know, it's honestly, at the very base level, it's about a guy who kind of goes nuts and kills people and puts them in meat pies. Sounds a little weird, but trust me, it's a good show.
So be careful what you eat after seeing Sweeney. Like Lisa, we got a chance to see this earlier this year in New York City. It was the fully immersive version of it, so we were right there in the meat pie shop.
We ate the meat pies.
We ate the meat pies. There's some interesting things that they chose to do with that production because everyone was kind of right there in the shop. They weren't mic'd. And sometimes it's tough to hear and tough to understand. It moves really quickly. The words are very, you know, intricate. And so we're excited to see this. This is quite a different production than the one that we saw before. That was my first time seeing Sweeney, so I'm excited to see it staged in a traditional setting.
I'm excited to see how they stage this. From the little snippets I've seen on social media, I think the set's gonna look really fantastic.
Yeah, just the couple that I saw was really cool.
They have a great cast, a lot of great Broadway alums. There's a ton of Pioneer Theater alums. You know, one person in particular I'm looking forward to is Delaney Westfall. She was in Kiki Boots on Broadway. We just saw her in the same character, Joanna, on the off-Broadway production.
She actually talks about on social media and a couple other places about what it was like to have Stephen Sondheim literally come to and sit in the theater and watch her perform his work. So.
I can't imagine performing for like the god of Stephen Sondheim. I don't know.
Nor can I. Pretty awesome that we get to have her amazing talent come back to Utah and to share that same role with us.
She's actually a local too, which is fun. All right, well, it's almost showtime. We better get inside.
There's gonna be blood, just saying. Just made it to our seats and we're gonna go down in the depths of Fleet Street, so here we go. Yeah,
this
absolutely.
production of Sweeney Todd was like Broadway caliber.
Absolutely.
Let's just jump right in, because I'm sure, you start number 1.
This is the second time that I've seen Sweeney Todd. I really like the music a lot more tonight. I was able to hear a lot more of it and actually kind of get a feel for what was being said. There's a song in there, I mean, this classic, amazing, everyone knows it, I'm just discovering it song, Joanna. And I really love the little, like, basic piano riff that's kind of in the center of that song. Just really stuck out to me and kind of stuck with me. And the first time I saw this, I can't say any of the music really stood out. Definitely.
So my number 1, I'm going to kind of jump in on that a little bit with the music. I thought the voices, the caliber of the talent of the voices in this cast was so top notch. Kevin Early, who played Sweeney Todd, wow. I mean, such a strong voice, but he also had some really subtle tones. You know, there were also like several people in the ensemble that could sing notes that I didn't even know men could sing, like, and they were so clear. And you know, the other part I'm always amazed, like Delaney Westfall, when she's singing those crazy high notes at a crazy high volume. I don't know how she does that every single night, but wow, the music and the singing, every little bit about it I love. Like the intricacies of the score, there's so many pieces. Like I could probably fill 20 minutes of a vlog, but I'll withstand. But I love the music.
The music was wonderful, definitely. I think for my number 2, obviously, this is what I love. The set was wonderful. There is this amazing rig or kind of an apparatus that they have set up. Sweeney's chair specifically, when he, you know, slits the throat of the people in the chair, he has this little lever that he pulls, and the floor actually opens up, and the chair opens up, and they just slide down the chair. And I don't know, maybe that's just a staple for Sweeney, but it really struck me. I really liked the set, specifically that piece of it. But the rest of it was just really well done. It made you feel like you were kind of in a back alley in London. I think they did really well. This is definitely like Broadway quality and beyond when it comes to the set.
I loved every bit of the set. There's weird interactions and like unique interactions between the characters that you kind of start to love them a little bit. Like even Mrs. Lovett and Sweeney Todd, even though they're kind of dark and twisty and they're killing people and putting them into meat pies, like they have this really cool chemistry. And you could tell Mrs. Lovett just wants to be loved by Sweeney, and he just wants to kill people, and you know,
he wants to kill the judge.
That is true. And Toby, who just wants to have a mom who takes care of him. Like, I feel like even in a story that can be, honestly, on paper, sound really scary and dark, it's not. There's so many characters that you identify with. Okay, so what's your opportunity for this show?
I think my opportunity for this show is there was a little bit of imbalance. I thought it was strange. There was some really jarring, like, audio with the whistle blow or whatever that happens in it. And then there was other times where I couldn't quite hear what was going on. I understand that the whistle blow is supposed to be jarring. Yeah. I understand what it's for. I'm not naive and silly about it. But it was a little bit too much. It was like I needed to plug my ears too much. So if I had to give an opportunity, I would just say a little bit more balance on the audio and some of those ups and downs.
That's the same thing for me on opportunity. It's funny. You know, every Sweeney production has that loud whistle that he referred to, and it honestly, I jumped out of my seat like twice when it happened. It kind of made my ears burn a little bit, so even just turn the volume down a little bit, it would help.
Yeah.
Me and probably lots of other people.
Yeah, it definitely like takes you out of the story and is jarring. And I get it, like I said, it's meant to be, but it doesn't need to be that far.
Yeah.
But again, we're just looking for things opportunity-wise because overall, this was just really well done.
I couldn't agree with you more. This show was Broadway caliber. Pioneer Theater knocked it out of the ballpark again.
I would be willing to say that I have been to multiple Broadway productions that didn't have the caliber of talent or of set or just the continuity between all the things that this show had. And so I really got to give it to Pioneer. I think they did really well with this production. I can't tell, but it seems like it's selling out super well and super fast. So if you get a chance, log on and grab a ticket now because this was super well done.
And it's only for a few weeks, so log on and
it's
get
that
your
time
ticket.
of year.
It really is. And you know, if you never tried Sondheim, I think this is a great show to kind of dip your toes into the Sondheim world.
Yeah, I am definitely not versed in Sondheim, and I am definitely not somebody who loves Sweeney Todd. I mean, I respect it and I understand what it is, but it's not necessarily my cup of tea, but I actually really enjoyed this production. Alright guys, next week we're actually going to be heading out back east, not just to New York this time, we're actually going to go to DC. We have this awesome opportunity to go see Beetlejuice in Washington DC at the National Theater, so really excited to go see that in its pre-Broadway run. And then we're headed to the city to go see King Kong. I'm pretty excited about going to see King Kong. I understand all those people, you hear King Kong, a musical, like those two things just don't mix, blah, whatever. So say what you will, we'll see what it's like, but I just can't wait to go see this tech.
Oh, we all know how much you love sets and tech, so
tech,
I'm sure that
all
show
of the
won't
tech.
disappoint.
It has all of the tech. But no, we're going to go hit up the Cher show, we're going to go see Prom, and then we're not sure what the other couple shows are going to be. Stay tuned for that. Follow along on our Instagram, on our Instagram stories. Go ahead and drop us a like if you like this video, and if you haven't subscribed yet, what are you waiting for?
Seriously.
We had a lot of fun seeing Sweeney. Again, hats off to Pioneer. It was just wonderful.
All right.